Boom.
Cool.
Awesome.
Awesome. Great. Perfect. Wonderful.
Awesome and cool.
And great.
Wonderful.
And sick.
Ecstatic.
Perfect. I
New
think I already said
clickbait
that.
titles for Rocket League.
Immaculate.
All right, welcome back to the SCUFFcast. We're season 2, episode 2, and today we are joined by everybody we usually have. We got Sir Classy here with us.
Yo.
We got Trihouse. We have
Hello.
Veeds, the wonderful co-host Widow,
Hi guys.
and also today we have a special guest. You might know him. I don't know if you do, but his name is SunlessKhan. What's up, man?
What's up? How's it going?
How's it going? It's going.
Good.
So this week we wanted to talk about Rocket League's climb to being considered a tier 1 esport, with 2 major events bringing over 1,000 concurrent viewers over on Twitch this past weekend. But before we get into those events, I wanted to introduce the one, the only SunlessKhan, fellow SSG member, master video editor, one of the first Rocket League YouTubers to hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube. For many in the community, Sunless was the first to tell us that we sucked at Rocket League, and from there has become arguably one of the best channels for Rocket League, ranging from relatable gameplay advice, compelling storytelling, and even cosplay, if we include that one video of you dressed up
Add
as
that
an
to the resume.
Octane. Yes. Are
That should
there
be the
any
top of your-
plans to cosplay again? And if so, what car would you cosplay, or what else would you cosplay? That's my first question for you.
That's a good question.
If you had to.
I don't think there are no plans, but you never know what can happen. You know, like half of my videos aren't planned, so
True.
it's nothing new there. It could
Something to
totally
come
happen.
back.
What car would I do? Probably the Scarab. Probably a big
Scarab?
ball.
Oh my god, just
I
be a
wanna-
ball?
That'd be sweet.
That'd be an
It's really
egg.
hard to make. I mean, it might be hard to make actually because it's. I don't know. I don't have I've only made an Octane, so and that's pretty boxy, so it's kind of easy. But a ball, maybe that would.
We
actually
all
be
gotta
hard.
go dressed up as egg people to the next RLCS.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Literally, just have a shell and just sit and have, when they pan across for people doing the wave, it's just
Just be
eggs.
like,
Just eggs.
Yeah, it's
like,
just
Well,
the
you
egg.
see
Now
those,
that shit.
like-
It's just us jumping up and down like they do in the game.
that would be sweet. What would it be made of? Like paper mache or something?
very
Can you
easy.
paper
It's
mache
very
something
easy to
that
do there.
huge?
Yes, you
Like a
can.
big- Yeah, can you put wire on the inside or something?
You
Go
put like
steal a
a
dinosaur
mesh
egg.
cage, which you can get like
Yeah.
fencing at like Home Depot. I'm not gonna dive down that, but yes,
Wow.
you can.
How do you-
You can create
You're
something
my
as big as you
cosplayer.
want.
Consultant.
Think about the
Okay.
Macy's floats. Like
Those are
oh,
paper mache?
Well, but like the lower scale, like
They're just
you
like
bring-
hand
when you
stripping this
have
huge
those
dinosaur?
giant- okay, not the Macy's floats, baby. But like
Oh,
when you
man.
think of like parades that you see and they make the giant things, those are typically made out of like cages or like
Yeah,
things inside of
yeah.
them and like shoved with newspaper.
Right. Yeah, I could
Anyway.
make a scarab like that probably.
Yeah,
Oh,
or
God.
I was
To answer
thinking
your
those
question.
like egg pods, those like those self-contained, like, have you seen them? It's like they look like a backpack, but it goes over your head. You kind of look like an imposter from Among Us. You can just spray paint them blue and orange, and we're good to go. We can just.
I think
Well,
I
see,
actually
this
have
will
seen
also
that.
make like a
That's actually a good
COVID-friendly
idea.
LAN if we all come as like bubble eggs. Did anyone like? I
All
mean,
are eggs. Yeah, it would be zero risk.
okay. I wanted to segue to another question that I had. We all know that like Rocket League has significantly changed like over the years, but like especially since free to play. Did you see a big change to your content after Rocket League went free to play, Sunless? Like in your
No,
growth?
I didn't change my content at all. I just kept doing what I was doing, but I did see there were insane spikes in viewership. It was crazy. It's actually still it's still higher than it was before free to play. Like it's not quite as like insane. Like I had videos that they like had a second life like on free to play. It was crazy. It was like I had just dropped them, like the spikes that came up after that. It took like it was really weird too because it wasn't instant. It was like 2 weeks after. It was like the ripple effect.
Right.
Yeah.
so people
Yeah.
I
started
got
to
one of
look
those in
things
the
up.
beginning of January.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was-
Once people played a little bit. You said the beginning of January?
Yeah, like I've got crate opening videos I did when I was at like 200 subscribers that are now at like 30,000 views, and
What?
they were at
Crates
like
don't even exist
700
anymore. They're just like
Yeah, exactly. People
That's
are still
hilarious.
watching me open totally awesome crates, and I'm like,
that's all.
what?
That's sick.
Well, like also
it's
because
like-
everyone's labeling like when they open golden gifts now and when they open like surprise this and that, they're still labeling it crate openings. They're
As
still
crates.
including crate in
Oh.
it.
We don't confuse.
So when
yeah.
people are like, I'm trading golden eggs and like golden presents and drops and stuff, they're still calling it crate openings. So now I guess
I
people are
see.
probably going to see when it used to be actual crates
Duh.
and like how it's
Yeah.
changed.
I
You guys
noticed that
missed the
Picker
crates?
Pixel. Sorry.
yeah.
You're good.
Pick a Pixel blew up too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, he's had like again, like he popped off obviously a few years back, but he's had like a huge like boom on his channel recently.
Yeah,
Like, it
yeah,
must
he's
be-
had a resurgence.
Well, think
it must
about
be
the.
because of the whole crates thing.
I know it's more like
Definitely.
Twitch focused, but like think about the most popular conversation starter by free to play kids. It's asking for items and like free items. No offense to those of you who aren't horrible. But like it's just people coming in being like, trade items, give me this, give me that, da 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 da. So like when you have crates and items, that's literally them learning how to get free stuff.
Yeah.
And so of course they're
Yeah.
like, I want that, I want that, I want that. How can I get that?
I was gonna say they're probably watching the Totally Awesome Crate videos because they want to know how it feels to get a Fennec.
Oh.
Because it's so hard. to
This
get.
is this is when the Finnick used to exist. I don't
No,
I don't
like,
know.
So
it's
what's this about the
crazy.
Fennec? I see you guys talking about it. Like, so you get a lot of kids asking for Fennecs. Why?
You
Yeah.
have no
Um,
idea.
It is
You-
it is a very popular car because there are several pros that use it, but it's not a standard
Right.
car. It's not like the
So how do you
Octane or
get it? I don't
Dominus.
even know how to get it. Like, I wouldn't
have
even
to get it
know. I forgot how I
with-
got it.
Like trade ups. Like nowadays, you can only get it like through trading up like and blueprints. I guess you can get it in a blueprint drop too.
You can get
Or
blue
item
chips
shop.
And
from
some
there.
and
Rare?
sometimes it comes into the item shop, but like for drops now,
Sometimes.
it's
That's right.
ridiculously rare. It is like I haven't seen a Finnick blueprint in like
Yeah, I don't think I remember
forever.
ever seeing one.
And like Neato was saying, it's kids seeing people use this car by pro players, and again there are a lot of free to play kids who you want it because they want to play with it, but the Octane was free for them and the Dominus was free for them, unlike it used to be, and everything there. So they're coming in and they don't know how to get it because they can't get it out of a drop anymore, and it's never available unless they have to buy it for like 1,700 credits in the item shop. And it just started
Right.
this this tumbleweed, this horrible like ridiculous thing that it's all you hear. Like if you're a Twitch streamer or like on TikTok, if you ever post with the Finnick, it's just people losing their minds asking for a Finnick. Do you have a
That's
Finnick? Can I have a
hilarious.
Finnick? Will you trade for a Finnick? And
I
the worst thing
blacklisted
is like,
the phrase in my chat.
yeah,
Really? That's incredible.
You cannot say the word Fennec in my chat, and I have not.
Neato is
missed
not
it.
allowed.
That's so awesome.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
like-
not allowed in this chat.
Yeah, we've had a blacklist every different variant of how you could possibly spell Fennec too, because people got ambitious.
Like
and like
Fennec,
Are
like
Are they ambitious or are
FNNC,
they just like not aware? Because so many people come in confidently and they're like,
FENNIC.
"Can I have fence?"
Fence. Give fence, please.
yeah,
I don't
and I
know,
thought,
it-
is it
it's
time
one
to
of those-
unblacklist it? But no.
I think so. Try. I don't know. The Fennecs get such a bad rep to the point where now, because I've been a Fennec main since it came out in the Totally Awesome Crate because of how it looked. I liked how it looked better than the Octane, and I was sold. And so this whole craze comes about, and now I get like so much hate on TikTok about it. Like I talked about being a Fennec man. They're like, "Oh, so you like children? You like 10-year-olds?" I'm like, "No, I just like the Fennec." Like, god dang, it's not that deep. But yeah, they get really serious about it over on TikTok.
That's
But
great.
the Fennec main, I still tell people, I'm like, it's just preference. Don't let other people like skew your opinion. But I'm not gonna give you any of my Fennecs, so please stop asking.
Wait, what is everyone's favorite car in Rocket League?
You already
Dominus.
know.
Octane.
Dominus is man.
Easy question, man. Come
Probably
on,
the
man.
Octane for me.
Octane?
Octane,
The
I play best in Octane, but Dominus is my favorite to use. Just
I don't mind the
something
Fennec. I use it every
fun
once in a
about
while.
it.
I used to
I
use
rock
it
the
on
Animus.
Ford
Ooh, the
F-150.
ball with the Fennec.
Sponsored by Ford.
I-
Driven
I'm
by
actually
Ford.
not
This
joking.
podcast.
I'm using it now.
The
Wait,
Ford
you switched from the
F-150
Skyline?
hits bangers. It's amazing.
I tried to play with the Skyline yesterday for the first time in like a month because I was playing on my alt account and I played like crap. I was like, I'm just gonna play with F-150 still. So,
fair
Dang.
enough.
Trihouse
is a
Smurf
Ford
confirmed.
F-150 main.
Wow.
Oh my god. What do you guys think? I think let's say Sunless. What would your dream real car in Rocket League be? Because we already discussed it last week.
Yeah, I've always loved the Honda stuff, so probably like a Honda Civic. I think that'd be really
Just more
popular. I think
classic,
a lot of people
yeah.
would use that. I don't know, maybe not though. Maybe it'd be too much of a meme, but like the actual kids that play Rocket League wouldn't like it. Like
But I
maybe it
mean,
would
the
just
Ford
be for
F-150 is a
millennials,
meme.
boomers.
I think it'd be great.
That's kind of true. That's kind of
Don't get
true.
offended, Trihouse. You're a meme.
What other
No,
what
I
other
like
Ford
not
would
in
you
an
like to see in the
offensive
game?
sense. People were just like, "Why
No,
are
I
you
know what
putting a
you
Ford
mean.
F-150 into Rocket League?" You know?
Yeah, Zoomers don't really get it. So with
Yeah.
the Civic, I don't think Zoomers would get it either. But maybe if the F-150 did well, then maybe the Civic could. I don't know. That's probably my dream car in Rocket League.
I'm just waiting for the Tesla. I'm just waiting for it. It's not
Yeah,
like
the
it's not like I
Tesla,
want
that's
it the
gotta be
most. I
We got
just
too
feel
many
like
sports
it's
cars in Rocket League.
It's a
Well,
sports.
yeah,
Yeah, they all
Ford
look
do
the same.
the-
They do all look
The
the same as well.
Cybertruck, dude. That's not a sports
Oh,
car.
no.
That would be sick. If we got the Ford F-150, I mean, it's a
The
Cybertruck.
Cybertruck's a possibility. You're so
I still
blind.
think the Cybertruck looks disgusting.
It does.
I don't know
look
about
kinda
you
Oh
guys.
yeah.
it's pretty
Did
hideous.
you guys
Yeah.
my brain is blanking because I haven't had coffee, but I'm forgetting her name and I watched a lot of her videos. Did you see the woman, the very, very smart, she built her own version of Truckla and it looks amazing. Like she took apart Tesla and she turned
What?
it into she's phenomenal.
Whoa.
She's out of this world. But she took apart like one of the like hatchback Teslas and like designed it to what a Tesla truck could have looked like. And it was
I bet
it was
way
it was
cooler than
amazing.
the
It actually got
Cybertruck.
so viral, like multi-millions of views, that they invited her to, because I think it was before the actual truck was revealed. And so they invited her to the event, but they told her she just wasn't allowed to bring her variant of the thing. And then like her reaction when she saw the actual Tesla truck was like, imagine designing the most beautiful thing in the world and then they roll out a metal box.
It's like,
Why?
bruh,
And then the window
I
breaks.
don't
man.
even
Oh,
work
God.
here, and I made
Oh
this
yeah, the
better.
window break.
Oh,
When are we
God.
gonna get self-driving cars in Rocket League, guys?
Self-drive, like a bots?
So
No,
a bot.
that's-
That'd be sweet.
The
I'm looking at
RL
some-
Bot
I'll work on
Discord server is free for anyone to join.
Wait, what was that?
What? What did you say, Widow?
I said the RL Bot Discord server is free for anyone to join if you need a
Okay.
bot
They can
made.
make it. They
True,
could do it.
true.
That's
Yep.
what they do.
And does anybody, Veeds, do you have any specific questions for Sunless now that we have him here before
Oh,
They're
God.
cornering
we never
him.
see
Um,
again?
This is your
Put me
one
on the
chance
spot
to
here.
speak to me.
Uh,
Vince.
After this, you're not in the same org.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
This podcast
Better make this one
sucks.
count.
We're
A lot of pressure
Um,
here.
We're
Oh, God.
unhinged.
What's your biggest goal for this year?
My biggest goal for this year is probably to start a side channel that I can start working on. But
Yes,
so but to do that, I need to like so I guess my actual biggest goal is to get ahead in my videos so I want to be 2 ahead, which is very difficult for me. I'm very like work on one thing, get it done, upload it, start the next thing. So earlier this year, I did get to the point for the first time where I finished a video on upload day, which was crazy. So I was like 1 video ahead. But I want to get, and then I lost it all because that whole week I couldn't think of the next video. And in my mind, I was like, I already have this video this week. So like I was, I
Yeah.
had that space for that
Yeah.
one time and I blew it because I was just like, this is sweet. I don't have to work because I have a video already. And then I got to the end and then I uploaded that day and I was like, well, shit, now I'm not ahead anymore.
Square zero, right?
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
was
God.
just like, okay. So yeah, I want to get to 2. If I can get to where I finish a video, that's like the next 2
That's
videos.
the
that would be
dream.
Sweet.
I envy people with that kind of like organization skill. They're like, yeah, I got a couple videos backed up. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like, what? How? I'm like
Yeah.
barely surviving. I'm like,
I want to
just
see the
drowning.
second channel because your Red Dead Redemption video, that one was freaking hilarious.
that was a good time back. That was probably the last time I uploaded something not Rocket League related. That was the
Yeah.
last. That was the last one.
I didn't know horses were that decked out in
Detailed?
that
Oh, yeah,
game.
dude.
Yeah, detailed.
Red
yeah.
Dead
is-
Redemption 2 is
That game is
incredible.
real.
It's a beautiful
such a-
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably my favorite game besides Rocket League. Yeah,
So good.
definitely my second favorite game. But I don't think my second channel would be gaming at all. I think I would do something completely different.
would you
Is
do
this what you were
grilling,
tweeting
like
about? Like,
cooking?
you tweeted a long time ago
Yeah, it was a
about
while
wanting
ago.
to do some different content.
Yeah. yeah, so I still want to do that, and I just want to make it. I want to make it a thing finally in 2021. Yeah, I tried to do a cooking channel. I actually recorded. I recorded 3 episodes, and I edited 2. But it just wasn't that fun. Like it wasn't really the thing.
You
So
weren't thinking maybe if you added like your voiceover kind of flair. I've seen some like
yeah, there's how to
food
suck at cooking.
like TikTokers that have
I
blown
mean,
up
that could be
because
the
their
epic
commentary is
crossover.
really funny. So
Yeah. Something like that would be good, probably.
Why
'cause
you
what I
suck
did
at
wasn't
cooking?
as
That would be.
entertaining.
That's a great name.
That's a thing.
You can. Oh.
Yeah, he's
Rip.
done it. That's the thing. It's like a voiceover. It's literally like I kind of ripped it off, honestly, because it was there before Why You Suck at Rocket League. This guy's still going. It's been like years, and he still gets good views. And it's just like him, like making
You should.
food with a voiceover.
You should just have a second channel that's called Why You Suck, and then you just have a
and then
bunch
just
of
own
videos.
all the
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
category.
And that's not
That
horrible.
would be
Like
perfect.
imagine like every time it's you doing something different. Why you suck at cooking? Why you suck at like, building something? Why you suck at like trying this out?
That's what I
What can
want,
you
though. I
why
want a
Sunless?
variety channel like that where I can do a
Mm.
bunch of stuff. So I'm thinking probably just vlogging, and then because with vlogging you can do whatever challenge or thing.
right.
I could
Yeah.
cook in a vlog. I could do I could do a mukbang in a vlog. That'd be the
True.
dream. Can you imagine just eating food?
That is the dream. When
No,
people
it
do
is
make
the
videos.
dream. People. I've just.
What's
oh.
funny
Maybe
is like the people
imagine
that are
being
eating
that
food. They're like,
channel.
could you imagine playing video games in a
Yeah, I
in a-
know. I'm already
on a
living the
YouTube
dream.
channel?
But yeah, you're
The next step, just eating.
Well, no,
Eating and
legitimately,
building.
Like I used to live in LA and I lived around a lot of like content creators who were, vloggers and lifestyle and like making, makeup videos and knew a lot of beauty gurus, and they don't really like, it's the same kind of mentality, like how we think that's really weird. They're like, but you just sit there.
right.
Like they don't understand Twitch as much. And I think
real
obviously
life
things
shooting
have
is
changed
tough.
through pandemics and stuff like that. But like they're like, but you're just sitting there playing a video game, and like it is just this big gap because people on this end are like, but you're just doing
Yeah.
your makeup in front of people. I don't know.
And to me, that's way harder to edit. Like
Mm-hmm.
editing video game stuff is really tough because it's not inherently that interesting. Whereas like with vlogging, when you're editing, like there's just more stuff to look at. Like it's real life footage, so like you got more
Yeah.
to throw in there.
Yeah.
Like you could, I don't know. There's just more like there's less of a cap on what you can do. So, but it takes more effort to shoot real life stuff as well. Like it's not as hard to record your screen. But
You
to, like,
come
set
from
up
a
mic
filmmaking
and-
background, right? Like
Yeah, I can do it. So
it's just
I
the
want
time.
to. Yeah,
Right.
the
Time's
time
fun.
and like just like maintaining my current channel. Like I want to keep that going. I don't want to just like completely shift gears. So yeah, it's just finding the time. But to find the time, I need to like master my routine, my schedule
Time
first.
management. I think that's
True.
something everyone could work on, because you want to make sure that in the middle of all of that, you're taking time for yourself and your
Yeah,
mental health.
exactly. Yeah, you can't just go crazy. So for me, it's just about planning and being able to think a couple videos ahead and like think, okay, I can fit in a recording while I'm editing. Like I can take a 2-hour break and edit and record the next video, or I can, if I schedule it right, I can do it.
Do you do all your recording and then all your editing, or do you
No, I do
record,
have
edit,
some help.
record, edit?
Oh,
yeah.
like in the order? Yeah, it depends on the
Yeah.
video, I guess. The easy ones are when you just record it in one go, like it's one thing,
Mhm.
one specific
Mhm.
challenge. But sometimes I have to like record and see how it's going and see if I need to add stuff,
Oh, those take forever though.
But yeah,
I haven't
those-
done a
those
video
are the
like that in
time sinks.
so long.
where you're like
They're-
editing, you're
Oh.
like, I need more stuff, and then you have to like go and try to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it's tougher.
Have you ever edited a video, like the bulk of a video, and it's basically almost done, but then at one point you realize I hate it and you scrap it? Has that ever happened to you?
Sometimes what I usually do, I usually try not to commit too hard if I don't think it's going to be good. But I have
That's a good-
I have scrapped intros and like tried to reframe something. I think that's like an easier way to do it.
Yeah.
Or I've used parts of it like this isn't a good video like on its own, so I'll turn it into something else, and like this will be just like a section of it. So that's worked a couple times. Like once I played with Mertzy, and it was like we were testing like being toxic versus not being toxic. And I thought that would be its own video. Like we played 5 games being like super nice, and we played another 5 games like channeling toxicity. But then it wasn't its own thing. Like it was just kind of okay. So then I just turned that into like a documentary on like your mind state, and then that was just like a little section where I was like, now we're gonna do this. So
Oh,
You
right.
can
I think I
reframe
remember
stuff.
that.
Yeah, it was a while
Yeah.
ago. It was like a year and a half ago. But yeah.
Well,
So that's what I usually do if I don't like it.
yeah, if we want to shift gears a little bit, we're talking about the content you create, the content that we all create, Rocket League. Just shifting back over to Rocket League for a little bit. Was anybody watching the major yesterday?
Yes.
You know what?
Crazy.
I did
What?
not tune in until the second until the bracket reset because I was like scrolling through. I always kind of like pick up the feed on my Twitter feed if I'm not immediately on my computer or I was doing something else. I was playing Valheim.
Good game.
And then I saw the bracket reset. I was like, I should probably tune in for this. It's gonna be major,
I
like
tuned
pretty
out
historical.
at the bracket reset.
What?
wow, okay.
Why?
No way.
Because
I stayed up
I
till
can-
2 a.m. watching that try. What's your excuse?
I was just doing a watch party, and like me and like all the viewers were just over it. Like we had watched so much Rocket League, and I was
It
like,
a
I
long
guess
day.
that
Nah, I
point,
guess,
and I was like,
Who
I can't
are
watch
you?
another. Bro, we just watched a 7-game series. I'm not
So
gonna
did the
watch
rest of
a
us.
re- I
wait,
can't
no,
watch a reset.
imagine if Rogue would have done it, you would have missed like the biggest run in history.
It's okay. It's
Uh,
okay.
I was thinking about it. I was like, there was stakes on both sides, like energy coming from the lower bracket, losing the first game, and then also Rogue coming back from the grave because we haven't heard from them in so long, getting to that point. So I was
Well,
like,
I
don't know
saw
what
a
I want
tweet
to happen more.
that kind of like summed it up perfectly. They're like, if NRG wins this bracket reset, they're like obviously cementing themselves as like number 1 NA right now. And then I'm forgetting who tweeted out. I'll give you credit in the editing. And then they were like, but if Rogue wins this, it's gonna blow up everything. Because like it was just like it was not expected. It was unbelievable. But I remember like what was it like at the before this break when the last tourney that Rogue just absolutely demolished that got them up to here, that got them to this point. Ranny and I were driving back from Dallas from visiting and we were listening through the car. We actually pulled over to watch. Like we pulled over, like found a parking lot to watch Rogue
That's
play
dedication
because
right there.
yeah, but because it was just like they are playing out of their minds, and like obviously I think we all wanted to see it be SSG, and SSG like they played out of their mind, but Rogue just that is some of the greatest Rocket League I've watched in a very 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 long time. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, they
Trihouse,
popped
you're a
off.
traitor.
Yeah,
Bro,
I mean,
I
traded to
watched
Rocket
like
League.
4 hours
I'm
of
kidding.
Rocket League in a row on stream. I was like, I'm just
I can
done.
see it on your face. You're like,
It was
I
a
don't
lot.
care. Yeah, it was.
And like, it's not like I could go up and like grab a snack. It was like I was there watching it. Now the
You-
freestyle event, I like.
You could have got up.
You
and
could have
got a
gotten up
snack,
and
bro.
grabbed a snack.
Yeah, you don't have to say
It
it.
was like, and like-
It wasn't like I could
It was
get
a
up
lot.
and get
It
a
was a
It's
snack.
lot.
not a consecutive
I was glued to
match.
my
Like
chair.
there's time between like matches that you can go and get food
was
and
str-
drinks.
I
and-
was streaming.
You could have
that.
definitely
that
just
is the
taken a break.
worst
and-
You could have definitely.
You got a
Just
problem
taking a
against
break at
people
some point
who
between
go
series.
who stand up in the middle of the stream.
You
I try
definitely
not
could have
to
just
laugh
put on
at
like a break screen and just chilled for like 10 minutes. and
Don't
take
even
a
You should
have
have
break.
like a
Or just
cardboard
left-
cutout
They
of
were
your
literally
face.
watching
just-
RLCS.
There
You
you
could have
go.
just
You
left
wouldn't even be able to tell.
RLCS up. You use a green
They
screen.
voted.
They
They
wouldn't have
voted.
even noticed you.
In a
You should have done
poll,
a
too.
screen cap of like your face, like, and just pretended like you're like, you'd be like,
ju-
I'm really gonna focus
just
on
you
that.
like this.
Take a picture.
And then come back
That's
and you're like,
next
oh, I
level.
think my camera froze. Just be like,
Yeah,
Why is
yeah,
Twitch
but chat would be
camera
like,
froze?
I didn't see you blink once, man.
I'm
Nice.
taking
Nice.
personal offense
the deal
like
here?
in my bones from thinking you shouldn't stand up and like stretch or get nourishment or
if anything, your
beverages
chat
during
should
a
have been
stream.
promoting it.
Yeah.
Well,
Chat should have been promoting you standing
weren't-
up and.
They weren't watching out for you.
No.
They
Well, I
voted
didn't
for us
catch
to
a
get on
single
the
never
viewer
tried.
tournament.
Try doesn't
Nice
like
community is toxic.
Yeah.
Right.
They
They
just
want him to
barely
die.
wanna be
They
there.
want him to not have a snack. They want his bladder to
They're
explode.
waiting for him to rage. They're like poking him the whole time. They're like,
Yeah,
"You
yeah.
cry, huh?" Yeah, dude. I try my best not to have a chat like that because I'm sensitive and I'll cry. So I'm just kidding. But it's like it depends
Some
on the
streamers
day. But
encourage it.
yeah, some streamers chats are just like they love the roast. And
I mean, they did
allow
get to him a
roast.
little bit with the Fenix. Like, I bet half of those people don't even care about Fenix. They're just trying to make Try mad.
Right.
Yeah.
He's caught
About
on.
that.
He's
I
ca-
believe it.
yes,
See,
this
you get a
exactly.
fridge
My
in your
regulars
room.
start doing
You
it.
get
My
a
mods will
fridge
do
in
it
your
because
room
they
and
can
you're
still say
fine.
it.
Oh, the mods can still say Fenix.
Yeah,
they've
they'll
used it.
also like promote because there's a trend now where people come in with fake donations and they'll be like donated $15 or whatever.
Oh.
And so like there'll people come in and do that too. But now one of my mods has got a bot set up that'll auto time them out for doing it. So he'll bait them.
Wait, but how do you know that it auto times them out for that? Do you have it queued for like at me and donate, or do you just have it queued for like at me?
He's a nerd. He
Okay.
writes the bot himself.
Try can't explain it. He
Because I was
just
like,
knows.
people talking like
He knows
I'm
it
just
works.
like, Kibo clap, it works.
that is
Trihouse
one of the
hype.
worst. That is one of the
Try hype.
if I can sideline for a second, like, and I think Trihouse knows this, and I think Sunless, you joined recently and you're starting to see it, and I think we all kind of realized like TikTok is insane for growth. Like it is insanity. Like what it can do if you can just get that traction on TikTok, it goes to every other platform you're on. It goes to your Twitch, it goes to your YouTube, it goes to every single thing. And if you can blow up there, you can blow up anywhere. And it honestly needs to be nerfed. Like it's insanity. Like the stuff that can go viral, but that on the disadvantage, like it's the stupidest stuff that can go viral too, because the at me donate thing that is viral all over Twitch was a TikTok trend of people fake donating. So that's where it went viral, and that's the reason it happens 50 times a stream to every streamer, not even just in Rocket League, because it went viral on TikTok of people doing it and taking negative reactions of people freaking out over the donation. Like they were taking people's reactions to smaller streamers who don't understand that, hey, it's an alert, it comes through Streamlabs and all of this. And so they shared that, and now that's all people do. And like half my unban requests, because my mods just auto ban it because it's stupid, are people just, I didn't know that was a bad thing. I just saw it on I was just joking. I didn't know that. I want to hang out. I didn't know you wouldn't like that. And I'm like, oh, I loved it. I love reading that you donated $10,000 to my like 30 minutes into my Rocket League stream.
It's because like every kid that sees it on TikTok thinks they're like the first person to ever see it, and they're like, you know what?
I'm gonna go do
try
that now.
I bet no one's tried that.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
like
this TikTok
the
trend
Twitch
has
people.
500 million views, but you know what? I'm gonna be the first one to actually do it.
Yeah, I bet these streamers who have hundreds of people in their chat have, never
it's
had
never
anyone
happened
do
to them.
this in there.
Yeah, they probably haven't seen it. Like everyone thinks they're the first. Same thing with jokes. Like any joke about a content creator, they're like, I bet I'm the, like they say the joke as if they're the first person to ever think of it. Like
It's
oh,
like,
you think no one's ever called me Seth Rogen? Like
I knew that's where this was going. I was like, it's gonna be serious talk about Seth Rogen.
I mean,
You know
it's hard
what?
to tell if they're joking, but
Actually, speaking of that, it's not Seth Rogen related, but it is SunlessKhan related. I was scrolling through TikTok, and it's TikTok related, so we're on track. I was scrolling through TikTok, and there was this Nathan for You thing, and
I love
I
Nathan
just
for You.
I
I
went
missed
into
that.
I went into the comments, and one of the top comments was like, "Deadass thought this was SunlessKhan." I was like,
What?
It was like a
What?
random like.
That's
Nathan
so
for You.
weird.
Yeah, but one of the top comments had like 400 or 500 likes.
That's
Deadass thought this was
hilarious.
SunlessKhan, yeah. And
That's
I
so funny.
listened to it back, and I was like, yeah, kind of.
But it was unrelated. Like it was just about Nathan for
Yeah.
like it was a Nathan for You clip. That's so
Mhm.
funny. My
I
my
know.
last video was like framed exactly like a Nathan for You like video. I didn't see
There
any
you go.
comments that like called it out, but like the narration, like everything was about it. Like I know they would love Rocket League with no balls, and then it's like everyone hates it, and it's just me like just being salty that they don't like my terrible game mode.
It
That
was,
was like a total Nathan for You thing.
it was a clip of him trying to get a job as a lawyer with like a 10-year-old kid telling him what to say or something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
that's a good one. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
So he had the kid in his ear, and he was trying to get a job.
Yeah,
that way.
he
but
was
yeah,
pitching a job
I
where
thought it was so
he was
weird. I saw
pitching
your
that as
name
a-
in the comments. I was like, "Am I on
That's
Rocket
funny.
League YouTube or TikTok right now?" No, just like some random TikTok.
That's one of my
hilarious.
favorite things is just
Transcendent.
finding things that are like Rocket League related. I saw this kid who was like doing one of those it was that trend of where you like dance it out but you're like crying or whatever, and the kid was wearing a Rocket League zip up. He was wearing a Rocket League zip up, and I just noticed it right away, obviously, and I was like, nice Rocket League zip up. And it was like my only time a comment of mine on TikTok has gotten like 1,000 likes, and everyone was like, yeah, he thought we wouldn't notice. And I'm like, the Rocket League community is everywhere on TikTok, aren't
They're
they?
obsessive, dude. We're obsessed with this game.
No, but
It's the
like this
reason it
kid,
survived for
this
5
kid
years
has
before
like
free to play.
Yeah, the
300,000.
passionate.
Yeah, like this kid has like
players.
300,000 followers on TikTok of like just funny content, and I don't know. I was bored. I'm psychotic. I like scrolled down to like 1,000 videos back of when he first started posting, and he'd like posted TikTok or like Rocket League clips, and I was like, oh,
You
Yeah,
got him.
right.
I don't know.
You found him.
Yep.
I found him.
The weirdest one I found was like the super high quality video of this guy. Like he's like, oh, I'm going through a quarter life crisis, and then he like it pans to him and he's like, well, what are you having a crisis about? And he goes, Rocket League. And then he's like, oh, okay. And then he like ends up shaving his head or something. But like, it was so random. It was just like he Rocket League was caused his quarter life crisis. I'm like, relatable. I commented relatable.
I've seen Rocket League pop up on TikTok too, where it's seemingly out of nowhere.
In the weirdest place. Well, hopefully I feel like because of, and I think we can kind of transition to the next thing too, like this kind of boom of new people getting into Rocket League like casually and watching Rocket League casually. Recently with the Ford freestyle competition, it brought like so many new viewers that like saw a whole different side of Rocket League that you wouldn't necessarily see on the pro level. And I just kind of wanted to talk about what you think that could turn into for Rocket League. I really think it opens up the door for most of the Rocket League events, like even Smug, to be presented on the Rocket League channel and have that kind of viewership and like open the door for so many people.
You used to never see that. Like there was nothing on the official Rocket League channels about subsets of the community like freestyling or was the other thing, Smug, like 1v1s. Like that was always just like Johnny's thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was pretty much just the hardcore people that saw that. So I love that like that stuff's getting mainstream Rocket League exposure. It's really good. I think it just like sets I don't know if it necessarily, which I think this has been true for like Rocket League's entire life. It's not always like explosive growth, but it's like little things like that keeps players hooked and like sets the stage for a future where these players that have just started are getting into that and like puts the thought, the seed in their mind that they can, they can get way better. And there's like, just shows like the ceiling. Whereas like when players first started, we didn't really have that, when the game first came out, we didn't really have that like vision for what we could do. So yeah, I think it just like, it sets the future of the game. Like it's bright. I
hope so. I think when I first started watching Rocket League, there wasn't that much content out. When I first started playing,
exactly.
And
we still got hooked. That's the thing.
Right.
Like
exactly.
Think about
just for fun.
Right. Think about how the game survived just with like what we had, and like now that there's all this extra stuff, like all these new players, even if it's a small percentage, I always said even like if it was like 10% of those 3 million people that were playing at once, like get hooked, that's going to be like doubling the player base that we have now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
And we're still averaging in peak times. We're still averaging
usually like
over 1 million.
Yeah. Which is
crazy.
I mean, that's still absurd. Free to play was like 200K, 300K.
Yeah, 500K. I think was like if you saw 500K, you saw tweets about it.
Yeah, that was like a peak weekend. Yeah, exactly.
And now we say like over 1 million regularly.
Yeah, it's like 1 million on weekdays.
There were 100,000 people watching the freestyle thing towards the end of it.
I thought.
Oh, RLCS got to almost 200,000 the last couple of days too. Like
yeah, it was a lot.
The other day,
Epic Games is killing Rocket League.
But views are down on Rocket League YouTube, which is weird. But I think it's gonna I think with this weekend, we should see like a ripple where it's like the views go back up. But I was like, my views are way down. I was like, what the heck? I thought this was.
I thought that was just me. Never mind.
No, yeah. And so I like looked and I was like, oh no, Musty's down 20%. Like Mertzy's down.
Just
like,
immediately aggressively Googles every other channel. Is this?
I like
me?
social bladed to make sure it wasn't me, and I was like, okay, this is a Rocket League thing. Like
I figured
Rocket
I was
League
like because
down.
I'm putting out more content than normal, and they're doing pretty well. But I think it was just like nerfing suggestions and recommendations. Just for a little bit.
Yeah. I just don't think people were clicking Rocket League videos as much, like 20% less than normal. So
goes through phases. Well, also if we think about it, when Twitch is putting out a lot of content, then people don't like when Rocket League took a small break, right before this major, so people needed to Google for content, or not Google. People needed to like search YouTube for content to like fill that gap between, RLCS, because we've seen those numbers like start to soar. You know what I mean? So you get a spike when there's none of that content happening live. So of people wanting to find Rocket League, they're wanting to see pro plays, they're wanting to see all of this stuff, and then they, find other things along the way. So I do think you're right that it'll probably like spike up again now that there's going to be a break until the spring split. I don't know what I'm going to do. There's been so much Rocket League lately.
I hope to see this, like I said, branch out to other communities in Rocket League, even the twos community or like the hoops community. I would love to see events that
Yes,
highlight
please.
some of the skill that
Yeah,
because there
that'd be
are
sweet.
players at the top of playlists that they are so good at what they do, but they have zero opportunities. There's very little opportunity for them um to do good or try and earn something with that skill, and it causes that kind of depressed state that our bubble scene has, or the that those top level players
Oh,
have,
yeah.
because they can't show off that skill. They don't have those invites because maybe they're not as well known, but they're still good. So the more opportunity, the better for Rocket League. I really do hope they continue to, because it with the field, it kind of like fell through. I think that they stopped doing the
Yeah.
field,
It
and
fell through
EU
in
was
A.
big, but in NA, it's like nobody heard about it. There was no marketing for it, but it was like the perfect opportunity for them to kind of get their own bubble scene involved and having an opportunity, but there was just no push for it. So yeah, hopefully that just it shifts into something more positive for these
And
kids who have like immense talent.
well,
Yeah.
hopefully we don't need, one of the biggest sponsorships Rocket League's had thus far in order for the next one. Because if Ford hadn't sponsored the event, there's no way they were going to do a freestyle.
What if the NBA?
but, like, that-
they've already done an NBA tie-in. Like, what if the NBA sponsored a thing and it would like shot off
Get
this
hoops.
huge
That would be
hoop
so
tournament?
cool.
Well, I think this
Yeah.
is kind of a
That'd be
regular
awesome.
standard now. If you think about it, we had the actual NFL sponsored
Gridiron
the
games.
Super Bowl event
Right.
and game mode that we did. The last event right before this was the X Games hosting, and the X Games featuring, and it's getting bigger.
But they didn't do Snow Day.
Well, that actually ties it. That kind of tied in with
Thank
where I
God.
wanted to go next.
Right. Let's not
but-
talk about Snow Day.
But can like
We should have had a Texas-themed snow day
Yeah,
in
oh,
Rocket
God.
League.
Oh, God.
Yeah, just
On
Yeah,
Farmstead.
and the lights are out in the stadium. That'd be sweet.
No goal sounds or anything. Nothing happens when the ball goes in. It's all broken.
Widow doesn't
Splash is
exist.
banned. Like you
No
can't use
booths
splash because
anywhere
the
on the
water.
field or anything.
Yeah.
special
Guys,
bathtub
it's
car.
wildly too soon. I hate all of you.
I apologize. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Some of us didn't get power back the entire time. No, that's to Trihouse and Sunless, but that's a rant for another day. No, but that tied into my next thing, because like and you talking about it, because like, yeah, it was the NFL hosting this, and and it was the X Games before this, and then it upped the ante again, because the NFL hosting was like the coolest thing we'd ever seen. You know what I mean? Like, it was the actual NFL, and they brought in T-Pain, and you got to play in that, Sunless. Yeah,
He's like, oh yeah.
and like being featured in the Twitch Super Bowl and things like that. And then that's when they announced the Ford F-150 event, and then they literally just gave a teenage boy just won a $50,000 truck. Like, it's not even like, hey, here's the not that 5,000 isn't a
That's
lot,
so
but it's not
cool.
like, hey, this is a freestyle event for $5,000 and a special title. He won the event in front of hundreds of thousands of people and won a $50,000 truck from the sponsor. Like, what's
He was
next?
so dead
I would've done
silent
it for the-
afterwards too. He was like,
Wait, shout out to Mesco though, because he was, when they interviewed him, he seemed like the most humble
yeah.
person ever. Like, he seemed
he seemed really
super
nice.
super humble with it. Like, a lot
Could
of
you
people
imagine
been
winning
like,
a
not being
car
able
in
to
a virtual
fucking-
car game? Like, actually winning
That's
a
mental.
real
Yeah,
car.
like,
playing
you
virtual
used
car.
the Ford
He's like trying
F-150
to play
and
it
you
cool.
own
like,
one
"Dude,
now.
You won a truck.
He
It's
tweeted
like-
about it afterwards, and he was like, I just won a $50,000 truck thanks to this invitational. And it was like in all caps. And
Wow.
but like, what do you guys think? What is I don't know, like, what do you think? But like, also, what would you want? What would be the next like huge sponsor that could do something amazing and
Star
tie into
Wars.
Rocket League?
Terminator.
Star Wars.
Oh,
Star Wars.
Sunless, if you haven't been listening
Yeah.
to the podcast, it's just classy every single week talking about Star Wars.
For like
Star
5
Wars.
seconds and then moving on.
Yeah.
How is the
Sunless,
Mandalorian
let
not
me-
big
let me,
on
uh,
Rocket League crossover?
Let me
Come
pick your
on.
brain real quick, Sunless. What do you think of
Little
like
baby Yoda.
spaceships in Rocket League?
general?
Well, we're
Yeah, I
in Space
like
Station
spaceships.
gaming.
Yeah, like freaking like. Yeah,
That
all
would
right.
be
I've
sick.
talked
Would it be
enough
like
about it.
like an X-wing
No.
car?
No, I'm saying like
Millennium Falcon?
screw the
Dude,
wheels.
we can go full Diddy Kong racing and have little airplanes, and we can also have a little motorcycle, just like all different types of vehicles.
I'm just talking about like what are those things
Wait,
called?
actually, it's funny
Like
you say
pod
this because
racer
Epic.
or-
Pod racers.
What,
Oh,
what
but-
Veeds?
There was a pod
That would
racing
be
game actually that I remember playing. When I was
Oh,
little.
yeah.
It was
Yeah,
great. It was
so
fantastic.
good. But no,
I'm trying
Fortnite have got a Mandalorian partnership at the moment, so we could see something with
wouldn't-
Rocket League.
yeah, I
with
could-
Star Wars.
Neato, what's yours? What's your like dream partnership with Rocket League, and like how would tie in?
I don't know, man. That's crazy.
I know, man.
Dream partnership with Rocket League. It would be cool to see somebody win a house. We did a car. Now we gotta have somebody win a whole house.
What's
playing
behind
Rocket
that
League.
goal?
Sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. Is that what you're saying?
Sponsored by House.
Get a whole
Yeah.
house.
Big
You know,
brain.
stepping it up, and then a
Rocket
boat,
League, Rocket Mortgage.
and then a
You give
plane,
a
and we can-
13-year-old boy on the internet a house.
Yep.
Just
Oh
a
my
big
god,
octane.
no.
But what would the
That-
competition for the house?
Real life
what,
octane.
what would the competition be to win the house? What mode would it be in?
Ooh.
Who can build the best in Rocket League? There's no building in Rocket
Hoops.
League.
Hoops is
Oh,
dope house.
if they introduce the creative mode,
Creative mode. Whoever
And then
builds the
it's
best
bit-
house
yeah,
gets
whoever builds
real
the
life
best
house.
arena,
Best arena. Yeah,
best
yeah.
arena.
You get an
Yeah.
entire arena.
Oh, that'd be so sick.
Rocket League creative
But
mode
it's-
needs to happen.
It'd have to be like a
That-
speed build though that takes like 10 minutes. Just broadcast it.
It'd be
Rocket
like
League
in
has
Minecraft.
has had a lot of hits recently. Like the Gridiron was great, and the entire event was great. They've had the X Games event, now this. It's like it's gonna be
I
hard
think
to
it's
one
due
up.
to
The creative
John's
mode would
casting.
really that would take the game to the next level. That's what it would be. That's the
Yeah.
next free to play like jump for sure.
Yep.
if
I've
you think
wanted a
about it.
creative mode for years.
It'd basically be a
Just-
second, like almost a second game, like creative, and then it's.
More.
I mean, think about all the
Just-
kids that would love. I mean,
Well,
not
you
just
would
the
get
kids.
people.
I would
right.
freaking love that.
I'd be
They
I'd
can-
be.
I would
making stuff
lose
like-
my
Think about all the
mind,
stuff
like
people would
the
make.
content you could, but especially being able to tie in like the new game modes. Like one of my favorite things to do with Rocket League is find ways to break it. Like they took away the Heat Seeker out of the game, and I love Heat Seeker, so I always find the ways to find it. I immediately found playing it in private matches and stuff like that. And then you had Rumble, which I love. And stuff like that, and then you found a way that like there's only one place you can go to play Rumble Heat Seeker, and it's in
Wait,
tournaments.
what?
Yeah, so I broke the game. But yeah, you
Found how to play
can. Yeah, you can play Rumble
Rumble
Heat Seeker in
in
tournaments. You can't do it in private matches. You can't do it anywhere else, but you can do it there.
Interesting.
So imagine if in your creative mode it featured, because in my humble opinion, I think people don't utilize the custom game modes enough. I think that because you could literally make a private match and you can make it zero gravity, puck, Rumble, demo on contact, friendly fire, like on all of this, like on Mansfield at night, and you can do all of this. And so like I feel like that there's already that basis for creativity in Rocket League that they've like built the foundation for. And if you added that into a creative mode of people being able to build their own
Yeah.
arenas or maps, or like think about
Yeah, there's tons of
Lethemyre's
assets and like
content.
ball types and like they
Yeah.
have all the. I see what you're saying. They have all the stuff. They just don't have the
Everything
sandbox
is
to like
there.
put it
Just
together.
give them the
Yeah.
thing that and let
Well,
them
you need to be able to
utilize
set.
it.
You need to be able to set parameters for the game. So like, and also be able to like quickly invite friends to like these are my. I see what you're
Like a
saying. They just need to
code, right.
package what they have.
And I know it's a lot more complicated than we're all trying to
Right,
simplify.
exactly. It's difficult, but that's what
Uh.
that's why we all see the possibility in the creative mode because they already have so many variables to the game that you can already add. It's like you can make everything custom, like how long the game is, like
Literally
when it
everything
starts.
but the map. You can do everything.
right, everything but the map. Yeah, and even
Wait.
that you can do, but just not in the game.
Before we
I feel like it would be. I was just gonna go off of that. I feel like it would be really easy. You could set like certain like squares and like quarter circles, and you
Yeah,
can
just
make your
limit
own
them.
map and walls.
Yeah, you can totally
and-
see
Yeah,
how
like a
it
skate
work.
park.
Yeah, yeah.
They give you the
Exactly,
assets like this is
yeah,
a
yeah.
ground, different like
Yeah.
3 different ground types. There's like the one from Urban Central, the one from whatever regular
So what
grass.
they started with in creative mode on Fortnite.
Yeah, it'll
Fortnite
just be
started
like
off,
that.
Creative mode was super bare bones. Well, I mean, super bare bones. It was still amazing, but like you didn't.
It's not
have
what it is
half of
now.
The assets
Yeah.
in the game. Yeah.
Yeah, and
They
can
only
always-
need a base, like a foundation with
exactly.
the few, like do it like
I
tile
bet
based
that's what
where
they're
everything
doing.
clips together.
Like, what
I
else could
hope
they be
so.
doing? They're hiring staff and like they're getting more programmers and stuff. What else could they possibly add to
Are
the
they
game?
finally hiring
Rocket
them? 'Cause I
League
remember-
emotes.
More sports cars.
your
Rocket
car
League
just
emote.
stops and
Oh.
like sticker.
Rocket League emotes. All right, that's the
But
next
they're
big
hiring
thing.
like
I'm calling
programmers
it.
and like engineers and
Yeah.
stuff. Which
They've
makes me
been
think it's,
hiring.
like,
I didn't know they actually hired anybody. Because
true. I don't know if they actually hired anybody either, but they're searching. So what
They're
what would they possibly need more manpower for? That
yeah.
Creative. mode.
except
Guys,
making more maps.
Before
I
we
guess.
completely abandon that whole like dream thing in Rocket League, can I say mine? Just because
Yeah.
it's already kind of happened, and just to get, like I'm just itching for it. And we've kind of talked about this before, but like you guys know how like on Nintendo Switch there are like the cars that we can't see. There's the Mario cars and Luigi cars, and like if
Yeah.
you're playing against them, it just shows up as something else for you, like a Stocktain or whatever. I want a full-on Nintendo partnership. Can you imagine
Yeah, I
the
was just
mind?
thinking
Because
that
they've
too.
already kind of done it. Like they did it for the Switch, so you know that conversation's kind of been had. Like that's not the most impossible one because they have
They wouldn't-
created a Rocket League car, and they did it for the. They've done it.
They've done it, but for the Switch, because Nintendo, they wouldn't, because the way that it would be for PC, maybe I could see it like
Yeah.
for PC, but they couldn't get it on Sony and they wouldn't get it on Xbox because of
Yeah, the Nintendo's super like.
they'll
I just Pokemon.
hear-
Like,
They'll be like, you're
Nintendo
playing this
loses
game
their
on
IPs,
not
they lose
Nintendo
everything.
system.
Like
Can't do it.
Pokemon's
There's a
doing
Pikachu here.
so
No,
many
no, no.
partnerships in the
Yeah.
world right now. Like Pokemon is on Levi's, and Pokemon
if
is
there
like
is a
in
Pokemon
McDonald's.
partnership, it would be on the Switch exclusively. Unfortunately,
like
and,
Murder me
and it's not
slowly.
even worth it because who plays on the Switch? You know,
Wow. I'm
yeah,
a
that's
No,
right,
Switch
Switch
fan.
players.
I've
That's right,
put out a
sense.
call. I was like, if you're a Nintendo Switch player, you can't beat me. There, I've said that on my stream.
Yeah,
It's like, it's
somebody
not
was like,
happening.
"I'm good for a
Wow.
Switch player, right?" Because I like spectated their show match. I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna give you that ego, man. You gotta get on PC. I'm not even gonna give you an opinion about your gameplay."
I want to see try 1v1 the best Switch player now.
Okay, but they would have to have been
I
a
think they
Switch
could be
player
them.
from the beginning, not a PC player who went GC
Who is
and
playing
then
on Switch? Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
yeah, who's just playing on a Switch.
That'd be
If you
tough to
started
verify.
on the Switch, there's no way you can beat me. There's
Switch
no way.
players, they can adapt to anything. I believe it. And
I
you put them
reckon
on
you'd get
wild,
clapped.
they'll
You know
survive.
what? Then I will get clapped, but I refuse to believe it. I refuse.
I reckon
It's
you'll
not
get
possible.
destroyed.
No, sir.
You
But it's got-
can play in your Ford F-150, and you'll be
Yeah, I'll play in the F1.
And they'll play in their Mario car, and you'll see a stock.
Exactly.
Guys,
Yeah,
do
you
you-
show them a fancy little double jump try. That would be nice.
Oh my god.
Guys, do
I
you
did see
think
that
we'll
Breezy
ever?
that you
Yeah.
scored. Go on, sorry.
No, you
I
go.
was going to big up Try, but he's missed his opportunity. So.
No,
You
just
know,
keep
you
going.
know,
There's always
Sunless,
an
you don't
insult
know
for
this,
trying.
but you started a wave of just harassing Trihouse on
Yep.
the podcast.
Really?
Was it Veeds? I thought it was classy.
No, it was Sunless.
I don't know if I started it, but I'll ride that wave. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, as soon as the doors are opened, the Try roast just
In
Yeah,
one of
the
our
Tri
first
roast is
events, there was
incredible.
some roasts on Try's behalf, and ever since
Yeah.
then, I've been
Kosh,
making
he's
it
like, "Oh,
my
wait, we can do
personal
this?"
duty to
We
yeah.
can do this. We can- fun.
Oh man. But
Yeah,
yeah,
they-
so Switch players get good. That's the It's not your fault. It's not your fault, Switch players.
it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
I was.
It's the Switch.
I played on Switch. It was nightmare.
Every time I try to play on the
Very
Switch,
difficult. It's like trying to play with like the tips of your fingers cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the frames
Sorry,
start happening
scrap
when you play threes. Like I play 1v1s on there. It's kind of framey. When you play threes, it's over. It's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Wait,
was
what
a
are the
split
Switch
screen.
controllers called?
Joy-Cons.
Joy-Cons.
Joy-Cons. Try, you need to 1v1 the best Switch player when they're using Joy-Cons.
it doesn't
See
matter
if
what
you can beat
controller
Like
you use.
one
I've
Joy-Con,
tested
not even
every
two. They're
controller.
just
Sideways.
It's just one side.
I've tested every controller you can possibly use on the Switch. Like even like a DualShock controller makes no difference. It's like
It's just the
it,
input lag,
the
yeah.
input lag you get from it is like baked into the system.
Yeah, but
The
the
whole
Joy-Cons are
system is
so
like the size of a phone. So what do you expect? It's so
Yeah.
tiny.
And whenever the update first came out for free to play, and like you had account syncing, I had performance graphs up on my PC. And when I started up the Switch, the performance graphs were there, and you can't get those on console. And
What?
I went into a 2v2 game because they claim the Switch is 60 FPS, but the performance graphs were up, and it is like peak 60 FPS. It's usually at like 50. If there's like a demo that occurs, it drops down to like 30. And so
Wow.
Yeah,
it's
so
like
you were
Rocket
at
League
30 a
Switch
lot
exposed.
then, Try. You must have been
Setting up your
experiencing some
own
real
failure.
bad frames. You know what I'm saying?
It was not great. It was not great.
So demo
yeah, so
try
this-
when he's playing against Switch players. Got it. Wait,
Yeah.
no, that doesn't make sense. He would be on the Switch.
Demo try. That's a priority always if you're
Just
in a
demo
match with
try. Just
Demo
we'll
try.
I had to stop doing private matches because of that. I was like, we can't just mess around and have fun anymore in private matches because
It's good for like demo dodge training. You'll be like the best demo
Yeah.
dodger on the field because you
It's
can
good for
hear
you.
it. Yeah. You gotta bring those
Training.
private matches back. Oh man, no, the last time I played you Try, everyone gives Try a bad rep. He's great, man. He's a great hoops player. 1v1 hoops, and he beat me.
I mean, I don't even play
so-
hoops, but I beat him twice in a 1v1.
He's beat me
but-
twice, and I
He's
didn't
a-
even release that video the second slapping because
It was too
I didn't have time
embarrassing.
to edit it.
It
Didn't have
was supposed to be
time
the
edit it.
revenge tour, and it wasn't. It was just.
Oh,
to
no.
beat
Oh,
I was
again.
like- I got smacked. He didn't even play hoops that season. It was-
That
Oh.
was literally the only time I played hoops. Just beat him.
Dang.
I'm tired.
Maybe I am.
I played-
bad at
I played hoops the other day. I played like 2 or 3 games, and I don't know how you can main it.
I did
gotta-
them
you
for
gotta
the
queue with someone.
challenges.
Horrible.
You cannot
I
solo
love
queue
hoops.
hoops.
I out loud
Those are
said
horrible.
on my stream, because I did it for the challenges, you had to play 3 hoops matches for one of
Mhm.
the
I just
challenges
didn't
for
get
the
challenge.
week.
I was like,
Yeah.
nope.
I
getting
played
that one.
2 of them and then actually was like, I can't finish it. Just because, no, everyone's just, well, I was solo queuing it as well. They're just so unbelievably toxic. And I see why you just fit
Really?
in so well, Try.
Oh, stop it.
But, like,
Nobody's
Players are
toxic in
toxic.
hoops.
They are.
Nobody's toxic.
They
It's
are.
just
I'm sorry.
everybody's toxic.
Can
in
you
Rocket League.
repeat for the audience why you're not SSL again? Is it because the whole hoops community is just sniping you every single game
Okay,
and
that was
keeping you
one
from
guy,
getting
and
it?
that guy's account is banned now.
Yo, you
Really?
can't show that toy on freaking
that happen?
video,
This is a
bro.
hand puzzle. This
Yeah,
is a
what the
hand
hell is
puzzle.
that?
It's like a puzzle.
Whoa. Keep
Oh
that
my
thing
gosh.
up your
Now
butt,
everybody
man.
that's listening on Spotify has just tuned into the YouTube.
Yeah, my
Yeah, you
account
gotta
was
see
getting
that.
sniped
I
by
found
one
the
guy
intro
who
for
was
the
top
video.
100, and he would like snipe me on stream. Like even if I was like slumped at like champ 2, he would
He'd still like D rank and find you.
yeah, he'd get on his another alt account and snipe me.
He had
and-
an alt for every rank. He's like, let me get my champ 2 out.
And yeah, it was like when I was
Oh,
like
can you
GC2 and we were queuing, I would believe. I was like, if he's queuing, the chances of me running into him are extremely high. But when I was like in Champ 2 and he was a top 100 player, like sniping me just to be a dick, I was like, no. I gave him like several warnings. I was like, it's in the rules now. If I like report your account, like it's gonna get banned. So stop. And he did it like for 3 more days, and I was like, no, sir. You've cost me 150 MMR at this point.
Yeah, and then you went
I
into
think
the
that's a
menu and
worthy
you were
ban,
like,
though, when you know
report.
somebody's
You
intentions.
showed it on
I
stream?
reached out to certain people at Psionics, and he got all of his accounts banned.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Tries
Oh,
it
you hit
all
up
out.
clients directly.
Okay.
Yeah, he got
Wow,
like
try
5 or 6
power.
accounts banned.
Try flex.
He has got like this inside information. Try will be like, "Oh, I heard," and we'll be
It's,
like,
I
"What's
warned
that?"
him several times.
Yeah,
I
all the
was like-
time actually.
I was like,
You're
I
the-
literally can't play the one game mode I enjoy because you're like, it's just like not fun to like just play the same top
can
100
imagine.
player, especially like when he's like doing it on purpose, and you're like, and you're just like, I don't know. It was
Right,
it was a
right.
lot.
That's
I
great.
don't get
That's
why
awesome. You
people
got him
do it.
banned. That's sick. I actually love
Mhm.
that.
Yeah,
Was it
I
a
like,
permaban?
yeah, it's permanent. It's a permanent ban. And
He probably
I didn't
can't play
know-
Rocket. Like he actually probably can't play Rocket League. Because like I've seen those. If that's like an IP thing,
Yeah,
because
well,
the
I
only
think he
person I know
made,
that got IP banned was actually Pick a Pixel. Funny enough, since we
Really?
were talking about him earlier. Yeah, he got IP banned for doing AOA sponsors.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not allowed
That
to
was
do that?
way back in the day.
A long time ago. Yeah, he just
Yeah.
kept
Can't do
doing them.
those?
Like Sonics is like
No,
stop. And he's just
No,
like, "Nah, I'm gonna keep doing them."
everyone was doing them, and Psionics were like,
Yeah,
no.
they were
They wa-
especially
everyone
hard
got-
on the,
everyone that was
like,
doing them
the
got
bigger
warnings.
creators. Yeah. Like Johnny Boy did one back in the day, and like some other like reputable big creators did
Yeah.
it, but
They
they got
reached
told
out
to
to me,
stop,
and I
and
was
so
like,
Jazer
this
used
seems
Find
to.
Rocket League items for cheap at
Yeah.
AOE.
Wait, China
Anyway,
can't have
he got
only
IP
reached out
banned,
to you
and he
once.
couldn't even play on his brother's like PS like 4 in the house.
Yeah.
Like that, it was his IP. Like he literally would have to move.
Did he have to
wanted play Rocket
appeal?
League.
Oh, he
Eventually,
moved?
he appealed. Yeah, eventually he got. He was like,
That's
"Okay,
why his
I won't do
content
this
switched
now."
to Fortnite briefly. Like he switched to Fortnite.
Yeah,
for a
there
little
was
bit
a
after.
time where he just couldn't play Rocket League.
Dang,
Oh my god,
that would have
So
been a
you-
rough time.
Yeah.
They reached out to me. Do you guys still get emails from them though?
Yeah,
Oh,
from
yeah,
me,
yeah.
but-
I used to
All
get
the
so
time.
many
I mean, I
emails
have some
from
of
them.
them blocked. But
God,
sometimes-
I keep blocking them, and I keep getting
Yeah,
more.
sometimes they
Like I
sneak
don't get
through.
it.
They're just
It's
trying to ruin
outrageous.
your channel.
I know.
I see who it's sent to, and it's just like Sunless, Mertzy, Musty, and then I'm like right there, and I'm like, yeah, I'm with those guys. That's cool.
hilarious. I've never
That's
looked
cool.
at like. I've never looked
He's
at.
like,
the,
I
like,
keep
to
them
see-
around so I could feel good.
That's so
Yeah.
funny.
Right?
Oh my
Rejecting
God.
them
I like
again.
being grouped in with them peeps, you know. Yo,
YOLO.
Well,
hey,
actually, yeah.
yeah. Did you want to wrap things up, Widow?
yeah, so we've had a lot of fun this week. If you guys are listening on Spotify, there are some obvious things that you probably need to be watching the YouTube video to check out. So a reminder that we've just started posting the season 2 full videos on our YouTube channel that you'll be able to find a link for down below. I'd like to remind you guys that you can also find us on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, and Apple Music, all through anchor.fm/SSG SCUFFCast. From there, you should be able to find all of our socials too, so you can go check out, SunlessKhan and get him, to like 100 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, that'd be sick.
I would love to have 100 subscribers.
All right, thanks there. You can find all of us on Twitch or our YouTube or wherever we are. You'll be able to find our socials. And you can follow us on Twitter too for all of our updates at SSG SCUFFCast. We love the feedback every single time we get it, so keep it coming. Thank you guys so much for listening, and thank you, Sunless, for doing this.
Great being here. Thanks for inviting me.
People clap.
Bye,
Peace out.
everybody.
People clap.
Bye.
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 Bye.